Today, I would like to introduce the topic of plant anatomy and morphology. Plant anatomy is the study of plant internal structure, including its cell and tissue. It helps us to understand how water, nutrition, and food are transported and how plants stay healthy and strong. For plant morphology, on the other hand, focus on the external part of the plant, such as root, stem, leaf, flower, and fruits. It explains their form, argument, and how they adapt to the environment. Together, anatomy and morphology give us a complete picture of how plants grow, function, and survive.
Let's divide this slide into two parts, morphology and anatomy. On the left, we see the morphology or external structure of the shoot system and the leaf. The main parts of the leaf are the apex, margin, veins, base, midrib, and petiole. Next, we have the anatomy or internal structure of the leaf. This includes the upper and lower epidermis, the cuticle, the mesophyll for photosynthesis, vascular bundles for transport, and stomata for gas exchange. So, I will explain the first one, the morphology. The shoot system is the aerial part of the plant that grows upwards. It includes the stem, leaves, and flowers. The leaf is a key part of the shoot system. Its external feature of morphology include apex, the tip of the leaf, margin, the edge of the leaf, veins, the lines that transports water and nutrients, next base, where the leaf attach to the stem, next midrib, the central main vein, next petiole, the, the stalk connecting the leaf to the stem. Okay, the next one is anatomy. The anatomy of the leaf refers to its internal structure, which we can see in the cross-section diagram. First, upper and lower epidermis, which is protecting the outer layers, next, and then the cortical waxy layer that prevents water loss, and then mesophyll, which is the main tissue for photosynthesis, made up of palisade and spongy cells. And the second last one is vascular bundles, which is contains xylem and phloem for transporting water, minerals, and foods, yes, and known as nutrients. And the last one is stomata and guard cells, which is the uh, the supporter of photosynthesis, which that control gas exchange and water loss from the leaf. So I think that's all.
Today, I'm gonna talk about anatomy and morphology of stem. Anatomy means the internal structure of the stem. A stem has epidermis on the outside layer for protection. Second is cortex, storing food and giving a strength to the stem. Vascular bundle, made of xylem and phloem to transport water and nutrients. Lastly, pit for storing and giving support for stem. Now I'm gonna talk about morphology. Morphology is describe the external feature of stem. Stem have nodes where leaf attach, internodes that space between noded buds which can grow into branch or flower, and sometimes modified structure like thorns and tendrils. Stem support leaf and flower, transport food and water, and can store nutrients. In short, stems are vital for plant support, transport, and growth. Today I will talk about the anatomy and morphology of roots. Anatomy means the internal structure of roots. From outside in, roots have first the epidermis with root hairs to absorb water. Second, the cortex, which stores food. And third, the endodermis, controlling flow into the center. The percocyle, which make lateral roots. And finally, vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, to transport water and nutrients. Morphology is about external form. Roots can be taproots, like carrot, fibrous root, like grasses, or adventitious roots from stems. Roots have special region. Root cap for protection, growing and elongating region. Maturation zone with root hairs. Roots can also be modified to store food, support the plant, or help with breeding. In short, roots are essential for plant growth and survival. Thank you. In conclusion, understanding the anatomy and morphology of plants is essential because it explains both their internal structures and external forms. By studying this aspect, we learn how plants grow, adapt, and survive in different environments. This knowledge is very important for agriculture, conservation, and even our daily lives. Thank you for your attention.